Yes, people, and we are back. It is episode 2, series 2. We're back in Ramsey's, as you can see from the logo behind, and we are also joined by another very special guest.
Very special guest.
A guest that I've known for a while. Back to my pre-Pure Gym days, wasn't it? I'm talking, how many years ago is it, Declan?
Over 10 years.
Over 10 years ago. Marcus, remember that picture when we were hanging from the cables in the middle of the gym?
You're joking.
And I was wild skinny, remember that?
I do.
That's sick, isn't it? I'll try and get it to upload it. But yeah, this is Marcus. So Marcus, you got 30 seconds now. Who are you?
Well, my name is Marcus Urbanski. I've been a personal trainer now for just over a decade. Probably literally I met Dion in the gym just as I became a personal trainer. I've done Great British Bobsleigh for 2 years and almost made it as a professional American football player. Started my business, obviously PT, for a decade now, and done some little side hustles around pretty much everything. So I don't know what he's going to ask me, but what you two have planned. But
before we get into the game, there's a few things that you said when you were introducing yourself, Mr. Marcus, that I found pretty interesting. So you said you almost made it via NFL, basically. CFL. Yeah. CFL. What is CFL?
So that's the equivalent of championship level football. So like you've got NFL, CFL, then probably like Japanese, because that's basically America, and then everything else underneath.
I see. And what was your position for CFL?
This is probably why I didn't make it, is that I do a bit of everything. Really, you need to be a specialist in one thing.
Yeah.
And then, once you're there, then you can start doing some silly.
And even the bobsleigh thing as well, that was pretty impressive as well. Like, how come that kind of...
Feel the rhythm.
How can we stop to that, man?
Everyone's got a lucky egg.
That's a big fun.
What was your question?
Your bobsleigh, how come you stopped that, basically?
It's just, one, it's pure athleticism. Like, you just need to be an absolute freak of nature. I'm not at that level. But also, as much as it's rewarding, I really want to do things that are fun. Right. And when you're standing at the top of this place called Lake Placid, just in upstate New York, at the top of a mountain in spandex, minus 15 on race day.
Minus 15, jeez.
Like, literally, it all goes in. Everything,
Yeah.
It's inverted.
We've all been there, man.
Yeah. You ain't been at the top of Lake Placid on a windy Sunday, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think the big thing is that it's just not as fun as doing sport. You push for 6 seconds and now you got 2 minutes back to the top without your jacket on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a nice little opener. Let's talk about the game now. Let's get the game going. So, guys, we're going to play a game called, I don't know if it's called this, but I'm calling it this. Bedford's calling it this. We're calling it this. It's called CAP. So essentially, if I said to Bedford now, name how many letters are in the alphabet can you name, basically? And he says 10. I say 11. Marcus says 15. And I say CAP. He has to prove it to us. If he gets 15, then that is 1 point to Marcus. Pretty simple, pretty smooth. But obviously, because
we'll do 3 rounds.
Yeah, but because obviously we're doing a fitness lifestyle sort of vibes, it's going to be kind of fitnessy, lifestyle-y sort of based. So the first one is this to all of us: how many chest exercises can you name? Bedford.
3.
Marcus.
5.
I'll go 6.
Okay.
Bedford?
One sec.
You can't think about it.
Hey, take your time. Take your time.
Guessing, isn't it, man? 7.
11.
Wow.
Yeah.
11. I want to say Cap, but
Go ahead.
I feel like he's confident of it.
Say Cap.
We've got to recognise who we're in the building with. Oh. All right, cool. Cap. Let's just do it. Cap. Okay, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
I say 11.
Yeah.
11. Let's go.
Barbell bench press.
Yes.
Dumbbell bench press. Dumbbell flies.
Yes.
Cable flies. Incline barbell bench press. Incline dumbbell bench press. Incline cable flies. A line. Decline bench press. How many we have?
8.
Dips.
Yeah.
Decline dumbbell bench press. Decline flies.
He's still going.
How many we got?
Yeah, 11.
11. That's 11.
Thank you.
Jeez, easy.
Congratulations.
1 point.
Congratulations. 1 point. to
Don't do anything competitive.
Alright.
Okay. Beth, you can ask this question.
Okay. Ex and present Manchester United football players.
Am I saying mine?
You can go yours first.
1.
Okay.
15.
21. 21.
25.
26.
Yeah, that's what? 26. What a waffler. God.
27.
30.
So you
31.
Oh, Marcus going 31.
Yeah, fuck it. No, I reckon I could.
I got 35.
Sheesh, kebab.
3 whole teams of Man United.
35, man.
Do you know I picked
Yeah, you
that
got
question?
X and
Yeah,
present.
no,
You got
no.
current players as well.
I'm gonna do 40.
Can I like pass at this point? Because
Yeah, you can't pass it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pass. There you go.
41.
We're getting into the higher end.
Big numbers, isn't it? Good at academy, youth.
Yeah,
underage.
literally. Yeah, literally. 42.
43.
Guys, it's not happening. I'm going to be here all night.
Nah, Dion's in the favelas right now.
I know, literally.
He's picking out guys.
Well,
He's on the books. He's on the books.
No, 42, yeah?
I said 43 now.
43.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll cap it there.
Okay.
Lady in the back, can you count, please? Get counting with your hands.
Stop. 8 hands.
Lady, are you ready?
8 hands to start.
Lady, are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. De Gea, Heaton, Onana, Boyendir, De Ligt, Maguire, Boye, Shaw, Evans, Malacia.
Can we pause right there? How do we know this is true? Do you know this?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Malacia.
Sounds like random.
Spaghetti.
De Los Santos. Michelangelo. Fucking. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, we definitely know.
Alright, we're at 10.
That's 10.
Okay, Fred, McTominay, Ronaldo, Rooney, Beckham, Owen, Mount, Best, Ahmad. Oh, I'm missing better players. Well, it's actually hard on the spot now. Xerxes, Hoyland, Ibrahimovic, Scholesy, Vidic, Ferdinand, Van der Sar. How many is that?
I swear you've already said Van der Sar. Has he already said
No, I
that?
didn't. 26.
Oh, he said De Gea.
Coney, the new midfielder, young boy.
Yeah.
Collier,
Yeah.
Ericsson. I'm missing big boys here, you know. Nani, he was sick.
How many did you say you could do?
41.
41.
So you got 13 left.
Sick. All right. I said Nani. Let's go for the midfielders. I'm trying to think of what's that German brother?
Can't tell you.
I'll help you.
Bastian Schweinsteiger.
Correct.
Sick. Macheda.
Correct.
One hit one day he was. Missing Greenwood. Marcus Rashford, Jesse Lingard. All them boys there.
Light skins.
I'm missing another one who plays as well. What's his name?
What we on, lady?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
36.
Frederickson. Is he Fredericks? The centre back played like recently.
yeah.
Fredericks.
8 left, is it?
37. You know.
Okay. Paul Pogba.
Correct.
PP. Guys, I'm going for the. Trying to think of like posters and that. Robin van Persie, Rude, Van Nistelrooy,
many left?
3.
Oh, gotta get it. Come on, Bedford. Gotta do this, man. Gigs. How do I care about gigs? Madness. The setup said best and I.
Yeah.
Hargreaves, Owen Hargreaves, Michael Carrick.
Yeah.
There you go, done.
Cheese!
I
That's
know what
done.
he did say.
What?
Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
bare little ballers I forgot about.
Spider-Man.
There's a few little ones I forgot about in the other ones. No?
That's kind of crazy.
All right.
It's hard when
Okay.
you actually you're on a spot there. It's
Yeah.
Smash it.
Bedford's got a point. Marcus has got a point. Brilliant. Should I ask
And
this question?
it's your thing now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, you're
I would say number of superheroes that you can name.
Heroes.
Heroes.
Or
He's
villains.
definitely watched that
Superheroes.
episode. He's watched the gigs
Nah,
episode.
I
He's
watched-
watched it. He's watched it.
Tell you what, only Marvel, because I watched Black Adam yesterday. Or the day
Ah,
before.
what do you think of it? Dead, isn't it?
Wait, only Marvel heroes?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, only Marvel. That's hard,
that's
isn't it?
I already said one.
A Lilo and Stitch. Classic.
Damn, what, alien powers?
Yeah, that's
Go
it.
on, then.
No.
What number are you putting up for Marvel only?
I'm going to say 5. We'll start low, and then we'll build.
Okay.
Let's go.
7.
Damn, okay.
Sheesh.
With this guy. Do you need to include some...
I know.
What's the other one called? Non-Marvel.
No, I think Marvel does make it. Marvel only makes it interesting. So I'll say 10.
On the little, like, the Avengers ones, you got like 12 of them on there, haven't you?
Yeah, I just can't remember them.
Yeah, this is your round, man.
Yeah.
What did you say?
10.
10. So it's back to you
You
now.
know what, actually 15. That'll be chilling. That'll be chilling. Busting them out.
Okay, you're confident, yeah?
I am confident.
16.
Okay, then.
Just don't think you're losing. No, oh, it's 1-1, isn't it? To me, you're the one that's losing. So this is your round, Griff.
Yeah, I'm definitely out because
Be good to try there.
17.
Cap.
Wow, these man. Okay. Okay. All right, you ready? Thor, Hulk, Wolverine, Jean Grey.
It's Jean Grey.
the one that's part of X-Men.
Is she the cleaner?
No.
Jean Grey.
My name, Gene. I keep
That's
now.
Wolverine's mother. The redhead ginger thing. We'll put it on
What's
Google
her
in a
power?
second. She goes invisible and she can control like.
Yo,
elements. Yeah, that's what
be
I mean.
clean now.
So I was on 4, yeah.
What's the name again?
4.
Jean. Her name's Jean, mate.
Gene, that's Cat.
Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio.
Mysterio's a Spider-Man villain. Again.
Villain. I did not see
Heroes.
villain.
I said heroes. Bro.
I said 619. This is superpower.
Mysterio, he's an evil guy. He's got
a
big,
dong.
massive- he's got
How
a
will
big-
we stop the Joker?
Okay, oh.
Oh.
I don't know where.
These guys are distracted. He's barring like 4.
Joker's DC.
He said Thor.
No, I said 4. I've got 4.
4.
So 4. Beast.
Wait, is Beast?
Yeah, Beast.
I don't think is that.
X-Men. Beast.
Yeah, I think I know who you mean, but I'm not sure that's
No,
his
he's
name.
got
Is
that one.
Beast?
Is it-
Storm.
Yeah,
Cyclops.
yeah.
It is heroes,
Yeah.
These are,
Oh,
X-Men.
no.
These are all on the X-Men.
Stretch from Fantastic Four.
Is that
Is
his
that
name?
his
Stretch?
name? Nah, that's not his name.
Yeah.
Stretch.
Yeah, it is.
Long, oh, that long arms guy.
No, it's
You
Stretch.
got Stretch,
Mr. Stretch.
Strong, Hot.
Fire. Hot.
Oh.
Sizzle.
Oh. Torch.
Torch,
Fantastic Four, Fantastic
Yeah,
Four.
human torch, isn't it?
Torch,
Human
is,
Torch.
Torch is good, but Stretch, I'm not taking Stretch.
What?
Elastic.
Lady, what you
Elastic.
said? He took-
I said Stretch.
Stretch.
Oh,
man.
shit.
Might as well. Laser beam.
Mr. Incredible.
You can't give it away.
Uh,
I know, sorry, there's
Mr.
Marvel.
Incredible.
It's Marvel.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Okay. Excuse me. Nightcrawler.
Stretch.
We have 17 in it. That's it.
Yeah, like,
Okay. Daredevil.
Yeah.
What's that last?
It said hot, blind.
blind.
Black Cat.
Black cat. Who's black?
Spider-Man.
Black cat.
Spider-Man.
Black
Cat.
Who is Black Cat?
From Spider-Man.
Is that actually one?
Yeah, she's from
Her
Spider-Man.
name's Black Cat.
Yeah, Black Cat.
Oh, okay.
But have I not said Spider-Man?
No, you
All right,
haven't said anything.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, literally. Venom's not here. Damn.
Venom. That's fair.
Spider.
Okay, fair.
Come on, you silly boy.
Is it?
Yeah, no, it's
What, Stretch?
Red Hulk. Red Hulk. There's Hulk and then there's Red Hulk.
Red Hulk ain't good though.
He is. He did. He saved the day.
Did it?
Yeah.
He saved
Red
what?
Hulk.
Oh, what about you?
No, don't say
You're
don't.
the Hulk.
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
Got two more.
Hulk.
Baby Hulk.
Them Hulk.
They them Hulk.
What's that? Jessica Jones. 16.
Jessica Jones.
How many do you need?
I need
17.
one more.
You will get it. You will get it. Surely.
Jessica Jones and then.
I feel we need a time limit.
Yeah. One
Please
more.
tune in next week.
Play countdown, Sarah.
One more. What, are we starting the countdown now? Is it 10?
Yeah, 10 seconds.
Alright, Gambit.
Gambit.
Okay, yeah.
Man.
Fair enough.
Just about.
I'll give you that.
Stretch.
1 point.
So we need a decider, really.
Well, are you going to come up with the decider?
Okay, so
Who can touch your toes?
That's a stretch. Right?
Damn.
Go.
we'll
Do
do.
a generalised one.
So it'll be sportswear brands, and we'll just keep going until.
Oh, keep saying it. Bam,
Alright,
bam,
go.
bam,
Let's
bam.
go.
Sportswear
Sportswear brands.
Yeah.
Nike.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Doesn't mean Adidas.
Puma.
Gymshark.
Umbro.
Power Fitness.
Feeler.
Wilson.
Ramsey's.
What?
That's a sportswear brand.
You can have 5
Sportswear.
seconds.
Yeah.
James, it's you.
Not seen shop downstairs.
ASOS.
Whoa.
They do sports. They do sports.
Is it called ASOS though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is.
Or is it 4505?
Yeah.
Lululemon.
Nice.
Lululemon. What's that mad brand that girls wearing at the minute? One Active.
Dine. DYNE.
Isn't that chocolate bar?
No.
Dime.
No, it's what the girls wear in
Mars bar.
DYNE.
Oh my god. Shit.
Feel it.
And you're out.
How can I need to look at some shoes or something.
Go on, Bedford.
How can I remember?
Castro.
Polo Sport.
Hugo Boss Sport.
Ralph Lauren Sport.
Oh my days.
Louis Vuitton Sport.
Le Coq Sportif.
Was mine even one? I was guessing.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah.
Wow, I'll come back.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
That's
Thank you, sir.
Awesome job.
Thank you, sir.
Apple Sport. Good one as well.
Alrighty then. So that was 2-1-1. Fantastic
funny,
game.
Stretch.
But now we're going to get into why Marcus is here and what he can really offer this podcast episode, little 2 pence he can give. So, Marcus, as you know, we're Intro Extro, and you mentioned that you are in the PT world. Now, looking at these two personality types, Intro and Extro, how can you use each of these individual personality types to really kind of thrive in the PT space? Because obviously we've got Bedford here, who's an extrovert, he's a PT. He uses his personality really, really well because he's building up his client space. He puts himself out there, all that great stuff. I remember we've obviously had a bit of a chat offline as well. I'm very introverted, so for me, it's pretty difficult to put myself out there. I'm not going to lie. Social situations cause me extreme high beats per minute and all them things. So, in your kind of professional opinion, how can you use those two personality types to your strength?
Let me start by saying that's a fucking brilliant question, and I love this type of stuff. So I think the one thing when it comes to personality type, because I love looking at psychology, biology, like what people do for fun, where they're going out there potentially getting drunk at, you know, wedding events, engagement parties and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll just sit down and read about these types of things because I just want to be the best at whatever I do.
Yep.
And I would answer your question by starting by saying everybody's got their own, we think about it as like a pool. Everybody's got their own body of water, and it can either be deep or it can be wide. So as an extrovert, I believe that it's more likely you're able to reach more people, but by default, you've only got so much time. So you're only ever going to connect with, well, you'll connect with people to a certain level if you want to connect with lots of people. And if you're an introvert, it's going to be a case of maybe you have a few deep connections. So your pool's very deep, but it's quite small, right? So I guess the benefit of being an introvert when you're a PT and you're building your business is that you can meet people and you can really connect with them, really understand them, really make the service fit them completely, and you'll have clients for life.
Yeah.
As an extrovert, you're going to reach more people, and it might be, it's not a bad thing, but it might just be more, less connected, where you're able to reach more people. You provide a really good service, but you know, you're not going to know everybody and what they had for breakfast and all their deep understandings and what they love and what they like and all this stuff. And that's a-okay. It's just the personalities. Every single one has its strength, but of course they have the weaknesses. Like you can't have deep connections with everybody.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
So I guess that kind of answers about my belief around it. But in regards to PT, I think as an introvert, you're going to want to, because it's not natural for an introvert to be out there trying to get business, creating content where you just focus on trying to pull people in, like showing your results, making videos, like, because you're not really talking to anyone.
Yeah.
If anything, it kind of works because as an introvert, you can get really deep into a subject and then you put it out to a few people and all of those people really connect with it, watch the whole thing and be like, wow, like I really understand this.
Yeah.
Extrovert, you go out there, you talk to everyone. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm more towards introvert, but I guess I'd
See, from working with you, I'd say complete opposite.
Yeah.
Because when I used to see in Pure Gym bouncing around the place, and like you'd be sprinting to your client, you'd be sprinting from the doors as you come into the squat rack.
It's just because I was late.
I
was half an hour late here for fuck's sake. So no, but yeah.
Really? So you're actually introverted by nature then?
I'd say so, yeah.
Wow.
Because when, like, I didn't... Shut up, man! When I first started...
Sorry, guys, we're getting a bit of
interference.
Sorry,
but when I first started, I was petrified of going up and talking to anyone.
Yeah.
Like, I would just do my job. First 2 years, I didn't get my first client for 3 months, and all I did was just do my job, clean, put weights away, everything like that. And my first client came, and I remember it distinctly, like this treadmill. When you walk into Pure Gym, there's one row of treadmills where there used to be, and then another row. I was cleaning the furthest right treadmill on the second most row.
Yeah.
This random Chinese guy comes up and he's like, "You a personal trainer here?" I was like, "Yeah." I want you to train me.
Nice.
See, I had a very similar story in mine as well. I was cleaning the front tables at Pure Gym.
Yeah.
And a lady and her husband walked in together and said, "Are you a PT?" "Yes, I want to be a PT for my wife." And within like seconds, didn't have to have a conversation. Nothing.
Yeah. They're like, how much do I send you?
Literally.
So, arguably then, is it, so from the very first client that you get, does it just get naturally easier from there? When you get the first one, boom, it just starts to come in like water, basically, or?
Yeah. Biggest hurdle, right, is just starting.
Yeah.
Once you start, it all flows through.
Yeah, it's incredibly. we got another guest appearance. Everyone remembers Jack, right?
Jack's just snuck in off camera. Versus not absolutely everything on the way through. Yes, yeah.
But in terms of my other question then, so when difficulties do arise, obviously during the PT world, how have you learned to pivot? Like, how do you pivot basically? Because I'm guessing, like I said, there are peaks and troughs in the PT world. Obviously, you could be absolutely busy one day, then absolutely quiet the next. How do you pivot in those difficult moments? How have you done it? What's your methods?
Well, I wouldn't say you need to pivot. I I'd say it's about confidence and experimentation. Could you go deeper into your question? What do you mean by pivot? Like,
So maybe I'm asking two questions. So number one, when it has been quiet, basically, you've just touched on, then you just rely on the fact that you believe in your value, you believe in your service, you believe in what you put to the table, and you trust in that you don't need to kind of change to kind of maybe meet the status quo, for example. Is that correct in what I'm saying? Is that what you're saying? When it is quiet, basically.
it's balance, isn't it?
Ooh, balance.
Because what Dion was saying about what you present to the world versus what you feel internally.
Yeah.
Like at the times when I've had no clients, like you can't be desperate.
Yeah.
Because you can't go around telling everybody like, oh, do you want to be my client? Like, nah, you got to turn up. You got to make your payments. Yeah. And actually, I had a situation literally when COVID started. I quit Pure Gym, which at the time I was working at. Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to do online. I know American football. I'm playing at high level. I've got like 600 followers or so, all because I've got this account called A1 Elite Gridiron. It's purely American football focused. 600 people for me to message and build on, no problem. But actually, I only had like 3-4 people. Yeah. And I was charging like pennies. It was £30 a month. You're getting basically one-to-one training. And I can't train people in the gym. Everything stopped as soon as COVID started. Like that was probably one of the hardest moments is when you're like, you have income, then all of a sudden it completely disappears. Yeah. And to be honest, what happens is, in your mind, you're completely destroying yourself. You're saying, like, why am I not, getting people in? Why don't they value it? Because as soon as you're self-employed, your identity and your business, it all links together. It's not, when you clock in, the business is over there, like you are every hat in your business. So you're feeling terrible, but you can't actually present that to the world. Because actually a lot of people don't want, like, oh yeah, how's your day today? Yeah, it's really hard again because, I'm struggling to get people on this online program and I don't really understand why. So I guess I'm answering like this because I feel like maybe you're asking these questions to potentially help your business, and you don't have to say if you are. But I guess if I was to say to someone, like, how do you manage your mind when business isn't there, is that you just need to realize it's just you're not doing the right thing. That's all it is. The same way me and Dion we're around, we're in a space where people are looking for a PT, well, that's where they're going to look. Yeah. So you just have to be in the right place, have the right service, and then just deliver it in the right way. Yeah. So if there's quiet months, probably you're doing something wrong. It's not personal. It's just that there's a way for it to be done. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, thankfully, like I said, the first question was definitely more of a personal one. I think I've not started yet personally, just because I think again you touched on it. One of your answers, it's the how to get over that hurdle of just actually starting, basically. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at in my PT journey. Obviously, Bedford's different. He's obviously got an established client base, and I'm sure you'll
bag of clients.
Yeah, indeed, a bag of clients. So he'll ask his questions as well. But I think my last one before we go to Bedford is just on that whole pivoting thing. So essentially, I think again you're probably touching it, but if something is not working, as you said, you don't really need to pivot. It's just more about you just not doing something right. And there has to be some sort of like reassessment, maybe. Yes. So there is an element of pivoting, essentially, isn't it? Yes. And is that just through, again, looking at, okay, well, Joe blogs, he's doing it a certain way, maybe I need to match that, or is it just actually no, I still need to keep my authenticity here, but how can I exactly,
I think that to bounce off that question is from when we were to Pure Gym, where we're in an environment for 5 to 10 hours a day, from your shift to your PT, your training. People enter that environment wanting a PT or being in the shop window. So us as PTs are in that shop window daily. So if you're in the right spot at the right time, somebody walking down at the Rico, you walk past next, if you look for a shirt and it's in the shop window, you think, oh, I need a shirt, I'll pop in there and get that. And I think from coming out from a pure gym where I'm in a private gym space where it's not open and free flowing with clients, my way to target new customers is to be present on their socials. So whether it's posting a silly story, whether it's posting my food, when they think, oh, Joe, I might start PT, like who have I seen recently that's popped up? Oh, Bedford Training is always on my story. Let me see what he's saying. That's has been my new approach. And sometimes I'll think in the day, like I haven't posted today, but I just post something random just for the sake of it. Because I know then when someone's thinking about I need a PT, I want to be on the top of their For You page or the top of their little story icon thing at the top. Because they think, oh, Bedford Training, bam, that's simple. Like doing the opening conversation for them by having that interaction button. I think, oh, Bedford Training's there. And I'll always try and add in there, like me being at the gym PT and working, or availability this week, let me know if you want it. And I've started that conversation for them, and then they have to click onto it. Because I think that was my biggest fear when I come out of pure gym, because pure gym's a wicked place to be in, really. Like starting off, or even now, I'd say it's a really good place to be in, because the hard part's done for you, because it's got 2,000 odd members. Most gyms are really popular pure gym, and it's clientele who are screaming out for support in pure gym. I feel you've probably got 60% of the demographic in there are people who are unsure what they're doing. And it's like I said, I think it's about like when you've got that big pool of people, let's say you've got 10 PTs and 1,000 people that are in and out of the gym on a weekly basis. It's about being present and being there when they have that thought of I want to have a PT and I want to commit now. So I think how I think as well, I've said to you a few times, is when people make the decision in their head to invest in themselves to have a PT, I always tell myself I've got an hour to convince that person that I'm there, but I'm the PT for them. Because when they're all off their high off life and thinking, well, I'm gonna lock in, I want to change my life, I want to get fitter, I want to get better for my wedding or get better for a holiday, I've got an hour where it's a conversation on Instagram or whether it's in person. I've got like an hour slot to give them enough for them to invest not only in me but in themselves. And I found like when it happened in pure gym, like I'd go through like 20 conversations and get one client out of the 20 conversations. But you need to know that you're gonna get a lot of no's and a lot of thinking, yeah, I'll have a think about it, and I might get back in touch in a few days time. But out of the constant ones, and I do the same within my stories as well. Like if I've got like 500 people view my stories, one of them people might think, you know what, I'm PT, and that could be the difference between nothing to £300-400 a month extra, for example, because it's that shift, and I think that's how it's my approach is just being always on the end of a tap of the finger to open the conversation, and always being on my phone or whatever, or on my stories, to give them that easy way in, rather than having to find me and top me in. I just want to be at the top, even if it's photo of my food. I think, it's bed training, his food looks good, he must know what he's doing. It's that sort of approach, and I think that's like the shift in, I think from point of view from as well, James, where it's like it's not working in a gym environment to trying to start fresh. It's wild scary. It's scary now, I think, even for me, who's like also still wanting to get more clients. I'm thinking, what's my next thing I can do? How can I get better? How can I get more? And how can I take that next step and stuff? It's always going to be that difficult sort of bubble over your head, isn't it, as such? Yeah, I've actually got my mind off track there as well. But yeah.
Well, actually, no, you didn't. You touched upon one really important thing. Because business is just relationships. And I think what you talk about is something called like the know, like, trust, where you're on your story a lot so that people know you, and then they'll see your stuff, they'll see you joking around or anything like that, then they'll like you, and then you'll post a result, and then they'll trust you, you know. And then by the end of that, if they have the demand, they'll be like, actually, that's the guy I'm going with.
Yeah, because I find out people buy the person.
Yeah.
Because like I said, there's hundreds of PTs in Coventry and Eaton, Bedford, wherever you are. There's hundreds of thousands of PTs doing the same thing. Got a massive following. There's somebody doing something that you want to do 10 times over. I said it's just, but when somebody speaks on a personal level, how can you convince them to gain their trust, to be like, yeah, you're my person I want to spend 3 hours a week with, that I'm going to change my lifestyle around with and stuff.
That's true.
So obviously you're a PT, obviously. But I did see, I had a little bit of a pre on the socials, your socials, and you also had your own gym. I was looking into that sort of space.
I was looking to open my own gym at a point, yeah.
Yeah. Is that now still a thing, or has that changed now?
It is, but when you're, very interestingly enough, what you're saying about getting started with your business, getting started with a gym is scary.
Yes.
And when I first was kind of pursuing it, I just had a lot of setbacks.
Right.
In regards to like landlords and then costs. When you're doing the maths, you're like, oh, actually, this works out. And then later down the line, there's just costs like
everywhere.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, rent is 3 months up front. And you're like, why?
Yeah.
And then deposit is also 3 months because you're paying. And you're like, where have you gotten these numbers from? You know? But that's
the same. You say that, though, that's the same as like almost like when we're looking for a long-term client, we want to make sure that if we're going to lock down these hours for you a week, I need to make sure that you're going to be here, because if you're not turning up, I'm losing out on that hour slot, for example. So it's like pay monthly or direct debits, for example. It's having that security, isn't it? So you say that, but it's the same from a landlord point of view. Selling a building, where PT selling an hour slot, but just a lot smaller level, isn't it, essentially?
So is that kind of stopped for now? You kind of just...
It is paused, but my dream is opening up a gym in Coventry, community led.
Yes. So similar to this sort of vibe, would you say?
Everything's its own thing.
So how would yours be different then?
I guess the big problem I see is that PT is expensive. Fitness is expensive because demand's high. Like everybody wants to be in shape, everybody wants to lose weight.
It's a good start, Marcus.
But also the biggest problem in regards to the world, I'd say, is that people just aren't listening. There's no community anymore. There's no connection with people. Everything is all about image, and what I want is people come to my gym, they feel safe, I know them by name, they feel heard, they turn up, they have a program, and I guess it's just vibes.
Yeah.
Like, really, what do people do for fun other than go on holiday, maybe get drunk? Like, what do they do?
If you were asking me what I do for fun,
actually, hit me.
I find church fun, anything church related, Bible, that sort of thing, fun.
And I think that's the thing is there's a huge, if you have a lot of spirituality, then there's always a community. But
yeah, there is.
In the UK, how many people are doing that? And I think that's the thing is there isn't much community if there isn't maybe spirituality involved. And I'd want there to be maybe connection around fitness. Like we're all trying to get in shape, but also there's events, you know, we're having a fucking barbecue at the gym. Yeah. You're invited.
So preeminently then it's about actually connection is number one, connection, community, number one.
Yes.
And that is above, shall we say, having the state-of-the-art equipment. Obviously not to say you're going to have cheap, nasty equipment, obviously. But for you, it's like, hey, like that's the main focus, community connection. And why is community connection so big for you? Why is it so important for you?
That's a good question.
I'm going to jump in there on that one. My answer to that would be, I think it allows people, because people who are thinking about their body in the future can feel quite vulnerable when they step to the gym and see people at different stages, different levels. Some might be slim, really in really good shape, and you're always comparing yourself to each other. When you build a community, you feel safe, and you feel that you can walk in and be exactly who you want to be, like your own person, without having to think, oh, what will they think about me? I think you do that by building the many relationships within, like you said, the gym community or the small community that you'll build. Thinking like knowing the names, all that sort of stuff. Would be my sort of 2 pence on that.
I agree.
Anything to add on that, Marcus?
I would say because of my experiences from talking to people, but also like the reason why I started a community, I know I added you both to the WhatsApp group around PTs, is because there's not a lot of people building stuff for other people. Like, I'm not gonna lie, if life sometimes is kind of lonely. Like, most of your struggles, you're gonna be doing them on your own. And the reason why I would build a gym community first is because I went through struggles on my own, and I wouldn't want that for anyone else. I create this group because I struggled as a PT. Now we're at year 10, and I'm only really understanding what I need to do to build like relationships. I guess there's personal development around that as well, with clients. So I want to take that knowledge and fast track the next person. And in regards to speaking to clients, like, well, I know Dion probably knows this, but your PT knows more, let's say, I'm trying to not put people in the shit. Most people tell their PT everything. More than they tell those close to them.
I tell my clients so much stuff.
Yeah.
Bad
As
stuff.
well.
I swear down, honestly. Sometimes I have deeper chats with my clients.
Yeah.
The ones I've had for like 2-3 years, than I am with my mum.
Yeah.
Mad. Because they're coming like, oh, what's going on now? What's happening now? I'm like, oh, you never guess what.
But it's the scheduled time together, like every week you're seeing them and you update them every week. But also, it's like there's almost a bit of a barrier where, because you're not personally involved in their life.
It's the we listen and we won't judge.
Damn straight.
That's it.
You listen, you don't judge. Sometimes you're giving advice, sometimes you're not. But it's just that little bit of a block. It's like you're not actually in it. You don't emotionally respond. Like, it's like, oh, that sounds hard, but you're not the one struggling with them. You know? So that element of connection I would want for as many as people as possible in my potential gym, where it's like this community talks to each other, supports each other, and like helps each other through life. And as a plus, they get big juicy pecs, quads for days, glutes out the side. You know what I'm saying?
Roll back 10 years to when you first walked in the gym doors.
Yes.
If you was to walk in the gym today, how many of the faces would you still see from day one? Because I was in there this morning.
I was in there this afternoon.
That's
why I'm late.
And I was looking in there, and I was like, there's this one guy in there, I do not know his name, but I see him, no matter what time I go to the gym, he's there. And I swear he hasn't aged either. But
the vampire of pure gym.
Honestly, he's always there. And he just this little
comes out a locker at midnight.
But I've got like different acknowledgements with different people in the gym now. There's got the guy that does that to me. You probably know I've been in the gym.
You know what? I recognise that, but I couldn't put a face to it.
There's a guy, obviously little nods on that.
Yeah. And
the guy's well friendly, always waves. Yeah, actually, how you are? I don't know what his name is.
Actually waves.
Yeah, fully waves.
How far across the gym is it? Like next to you?
He's always benching. Always benching. He's pretty strong. With form was mad though. Does about 80-90 kg. Does it wasn't there? Little grey top. Wears the same thing all the time as well. Always see it.
Is it the same clothes, same person
for
10 years?
My mate, or a trainer with Corey in it, he'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We talk about it all the time. We always say like, yo, do when you go to the gym, is that boy always there? It's like, yeah, no matter what time. He just comes out of the room now.
You know what? Have you ever thought that there's someone in the gym thinking,
same thing.
That Dion guy's been here 10 years, he's always training with that blonde twat. And then thinking, are they together or something? We're always training together.
Following each other around.
Yeah.
We said it the other day, I don't know who we chatted to, it might have been Dave. Yeah. And Corey thinks he's the longest member there.
How long's he been there?
Before me.
Before me.
Corey's like routine boy, so he doesn't like change.
Ever since the Pure Gym Foundations.
He's been through like 3 refits, 25 managers. He's been through.
But the same gym, nonetheless.
On the come down, because obviously we could talk even more. There's so many questions we could get through. But I'm conscious of other people's time as well. So on the come down, just on a more lighter note, are there any kind of either funny client stories or notable client stories? So you can pick whether you want to go down the funny lane or client story.
And I wouldn't delve into it actually. I wouldn't disclose
What about funny gym moments then?
Funny gym moment.
people.
There's a
And that was-
bag of those. I can't even remember the
That was
number.
a trick question, guys. So he's passed the test because I think confidentiality is very, very important.
That's it. I was ready to reel off our 8.
So,
That's all. Boom! I had to.
so Marcus, you passed the test. Well done.
Appreciate it.
You done well. You done well. He's a legit guy, guys. Like
Appreciate it.
we're seeing.
Trusted.
Trust him. Sorry, Bedford.
Yeah, funny gym moments.
Funny gym moments.
Something like that sticks in your head that might happen to you, or when you've been in the gym, you've seen it happen. And then we'll go to then after that one, I want to hear a gym ick.
So, I was training at JD this one time. I was going heavy on squats. And I remember, for some reason, the music was off that day. I don't really...
We know where we're going now.
Well, yeah, you can probably guess, but I guess I need to finish it now. And that was just... I don't know why. The gym was quite empty. It was a sunny day. Like, this is how vividly I remember it. And I was in my little blue hoodie. But for some reason, I thought I'd go 10 kilos heavier than usual. So I think I was doing like 160 at a time. Squat sets of 5.
Sorry.
But I was like, today we're doing 170.
Mr. Strong will be here.
Mr. Strong, I bet if I can be after this time. But I put it on my back. I take it out of the rack. And normally I'm quite controlled descent, but because it was heavier, I was like, we're going to be aggressive. And I just dropped. And I just released demon out the back, if you know what I'm saying.
On the way back up.
And I recorded the set.
Yo.
The craziest fun.
Yeah.
Mazza.
And
You
it
still
was,
got that?
it was, I do. I would need to search.
Send it to us and we'll put it in the
It's on my Instagram actually, but silenced.
Can't be silent, man.
Yeah, I can send it to you. And
We can add the sound effect in.
Yeah,
yeah,
we can.
to be fair. Make sure you send me a selection and I'll pick one. Best rivals it, but that's probably one notable. And I'd say that's not a gym ick because now I've done it.
But the gym, what is it?
Gym ick. It's got to be the nipple stringers, man. Like what these Donnies doing?
Oh, really? The nipple
Yeah,
stringers.
the nipple
Okay,
stringers.
okay.
What are you doing?
Just explain what nipple stringers
Well-
are for those who don't know what nipple stringers are.
There's tops you can get that are vests, and they just have the lowest cut and the tiniest little thing that comes down.
Did you see one today,
like
by
the
chance?
belly. No, I didn't actually, but it's just I do believe that there should be an element of like modesty at the gym.
Oh,
Full stop,
stand by.
you know?
Yeah, I agree with that.
You see some mad sights up your gym, man.
Yeah, and grunting. Too much grunting does it. for me
Yeah,
as
the
well.
grunting, yeah.
I understand it's effort, but like
There's heavy breathing and there's like, yeah, okay, it's a bit performative now. Isn't
yeah, like if to be fair, actually, no, it's grunting with light weights.
I
can't take that.
Yeah. Okay.
When there's really no need for it.
I hear that.
No.
I hear that.
Firm it.
I hear that.
You know.
Well, Mr. Marcus, it's been
Thank you.
an absolute pleasure having you on board. As I said before, we could ask this guy a lot more questions, but we want to just let him get out and enjoy his evening.
I've got time for more questions. This is my evening now.
Because literally, like Bedford knows, like I'm very inquisitive, so like I'm like a question bank, and sometimes Bedford's like, bro, like it's time.
I ask questions as well, don't I?
No, you don't. He asks- like I'm very surprised that he's asked a few questions in this episode because he's just
Because I'm free-sided, isn't it?
yeah.
Only 3.
Baby shower.
But Marcus, where can people follow you if they're thinking, yo, this Marcus guy's a bit
So you
sound,
You can follow me on Instagram at Marcus Urbanski. Have a look at my website if you think I'm the person that you could train with. And it's been a pleasure to be on.
Been good, hasn't it? Maybe, because also I know we can go down many avenues. There could
Maybe
be
there's a
part.
part
There could be
two.
part 2 of this one.
Yeah,
Don't
maybe.
you?
Yeah, maybe there's a
Could be.
part
Yeah,
two.
I have multiple parts, whole series.
Whole series.
I'm happy to sit down and chat. This
You're
is
happy
why-
to be ready, yeah.
Yeah, I love sitting down and chat.
That's what we love as well.
I love
That's what we
sitting
love.
down to chat.
Well, maybe there could be a part 2, guys. You heard it first. This is the exclusive.
The people will decide.
The people.
The
will
people will
decide.
decide. The one, that one loyal person will decide.
I'm gonna send this to all my clients. Be like, you watch the whole thing. You saw the end. Yeah,
What happened
like
at the
it.
Subscribe.
Oh, man. But yes, until next time. Oh, yeah, we didn't really say that cliche question. Like, obviously, I think you did answer it though. Are you an introvert or an extrovert, Marcus?
I would say I'm both.
On the fence.
Ambivert.
I'm on.
I am an ambivert. Shout out to Natal.
I didn't say that I was going to, and I was like, oh, that sounds.
Both. So even like if we're doing a ratio, it's not like 60% intro, 40% extro. Like
More intro.
okay, 60
100%.
60-40.
Tell you what, 70-30 introvert. Don't worry about that.
Well, guys, have a good one, and until next time, blessings.
Peace.
My G's bless her.